Well, folks, it is a very good evening to you. Folks, it is a very good evening to you and welcome on behalf of the good team at Grey White Daniel Group. It is a real pleasure to be working with you, to be assisting you in your obvious endeavours. Just a couple of introductions in which I'll make before we go too far. James in control of technology, Ruby in control of documentation, Daniel Thompson is my name. I'll be running you through proceedings tonight. I do know that the good agents that you've gotten to know over the past few weeks have made all of the relevant and important documentation very available to you. Included in that documentation a copy of the limb and the title, a draft of the contract from which I work today. As always, the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand's best practice guide for options would have been there for you as well. Before we go too far, I draw your attention to the order of sale this evening, number 73 Grange Road in Mount Eden. Mike Robson, Justine Coney, you'll note that property's been sold prior. If you do have any inquiry with regard to the sale price, Mike's at the rear of the room, happy to look after that for you. But of course, you will also notice that lot number 2 has been brought forward from a different scheduled auction date, and of course I'll run through the procedural requirements in regard to that when we get there. But of course I do remind you buyers that our properties are offered to you tonight subject to reserve prices, of course subject to those reserves being reached. If you're the highest bidder, you will be the successful purchaser. If that is you, you have some obligations. Firstly, you'll sign your name on the option agreement. Secondly, you'll pay a deposit which is equal to 1/10 of the purchase price. Now, throughout each of the options, I will nominate the sum by which bidding can be raised. It isn't my preference, but I can refuse a bid if I don't deem it to be in the very best interest of my seller. I know that there are parties that are operating via telephone instructions. There is necessary documentation that must be completed to allow parties to operate on that basis. And along those same lines, if you are here spending somebody else's money, we would prefer you told us about that. Otherwise, we'll get you to sign your own name on the option agreement should you be our successful buyer. Now, my owners have given me, and me only, the exclusive authority to bid on their behalf. That is what they refer to as a vendor bid. Should I choose to exercise that right, and I routinely do, it must only occur below my written reserve price. It must also be precisely identified to you. So to avoid confusion, the term that I'm going to use to identify a vendor bid, ironically, is vendor bid. If you hear me say those words, it is a bid on my owner's behalf. But if you are ever confused as to who holds the current bid, please ask me. I will point the top bidder out to you. I don't want any confusion whatsoever. If a dispute arises concerning a bid on a property, I'll sort that dispute out to your satisfaction, and if I can't do that, I'll re-offer the property to you at the last undisputed level. Buyer's registration is a prerequisite to bidding tonight, and of course, as you'll know, bidding a prerequisite to buying. And of course, I do remind you that by bidding tonight, you are telling us that you've received a copy of the New Zealand Residential Property Sale and Purchase Agreements Guide. When you sign your name on the option agreement, that is exactly what you'll be acknowledging. Buyers, let us move now to the first offering of the evening, which is this fabulous property here at 4/86 Asquith Avenue in Mount Albert. And indeed, I welcome both Jamie Morrison, Michelle Roche. Welcome to you both. Welcome to your buyers. and your sellers as well. As I've already mentioned to you, we are here ahead of our scheduled auction date, being that an offer has been presented to our seller that they deem to be acceptable. The process of the first auction slightly different from the balance of the evening, being that I'll announce the level of that offer at the beginning of the auction. If there is no further participation, the property will be sold to the party who has made the pre-auction offer. If there is further bidding or buyers, I will work with you right here in this very room to establish exactly where market value lies. Needless to say, being that the property will be on the market, as they say, right from the word go, there will be no vendor bidding from me. All bids must come from you, the buyers, here in the auction room. But of course I do describe the property to you more formally as a cross-lease of the fee simple title, providing you a 1/5 share in that 1199 square metres more or less, being lot 7 on deposited plan 13644, as well as flat 4 and carport 9 on deposited plan 59786. Unique identifier is 14B, folio 1195 in the North Auckland Land Registry. Good list of chattels as per the documentation, and of course settlement has been specified as the 3rd day in September unless alternative arrangements have been made between these two good people and of course yourselves and our sellers with regard to that settlement date. And Jamie, Michelle, not surprised for a second as to why we're here early. Of course, properties like these so often sought but so seldom found. When we talk about the opportunity for people to buy into this fabulous pocket of Mount Albert, knowing that you've got really easy access to the Mount Albert village, indeed you've got great access to arterial routes, public transport at your fingertips as well. A real opportunity for you to further enhance, personalise, add some value should you choose to go down that path, or of course, as you know, a smart and savvy rental investment for you in that particular precinct as well. Adding to your solidity of investment buyers is the solid construction. Of course, we talk of brick and tile here, so you'll have real confidence moving forward here that what is on offer is a smart long-term investment. Whether it is a first home opportunity or, of course, that smart investment property for you buyers, it does tick lots and lots of boxes. Underpinned by fabulous education, you'll know that you've got Gladstone Kauai and, of course, Mount Albert Grammar School on the offering for you, so it doesn't really get any better than that. Covered car park that's there for you as well, not that you'll need it, guys. Walking distance to everything you want to be close to, and as I've mentioned, that public transport, simple and straightforward for you as well. What I can confirm for you is the level of the pre-auction offer, and that is at $653,000. And at $653,000, buyers, my instructions are patently clear. If that is the best offer in the market, the property will be sold at that number. But of course, I look for interest north of that figure. I would have thought 660 would be a strategic move, or of course 700 if you'd like to stamp your authority on proceedings early. But at 653, if there's no better bid, I will sell it right here, right now. At $653,000, buyers, it is on the market, as they say, and it sells at $653 if I see no better. Do I call it $660,000 to nudge it forward? Do we squeeze you in for a mere $7,000 before we go here? Or at $653,000, we let it go, first call. At $653,000, is it 660 before I'm done twice? Bidding away at $653,000, buyers, let me make it easier for you. $655 if you'd like to be in front of me, a 2 would take you there. Or I sell it away at $653,000, I take a single thousand, or it sells. Third call at $653,000. No better bid, no better offer. It is selling. Selling at $653,000. Sold to the prior party who made the pre-auction offer. Congratulations to them, and of course to our sellers as well. Well done to you, Jamie and Michelle, as always, a fine job too. Well, guys, let us move now to the next offering of the evening, and I take you just over the ridge to number 35, Chatswood Grove, of course, in Chatswood. Now, Andy and Louise Roke have been with you every step of the way. Welcome to both of you, your buyers and your sellers as well. A fine opportunity for people here. We do talk of the home offering a freehold title comprising some 688 square metres more or less, being lot 138 on deposited plan 62239. Unique identifier is 19A, folio 634 in the North Auckland Land Registry. Buyers, I do remind you that settlement has been noted down as the 30th day of November. That is again unless you've come to alternative arrangements with regard to that settlement period. Those of you familiar with this part of town will absolutely know that buying in this location is certainly not an easy task, but we make it very simple and straightforward for you tonight. Absolute value is what's on offer for you here. We talk about a substantial home, really good quality sized bedrooms that are on offer for you here. Take advantage of those. There's 5 of them to choose from, or of course 4 in a home office situation should you wish to go down that path. Loving the fact that you sit here with that beautiful grandstand view, those stunning views of Auckland City, of course the harbour, Rangitoto in the background. You know that buyers, the aspect that this particular property enjoys is virtually second to none. But knowing the greater location really underpins your investment here, because we do talk about the fact that you've got great access to the cafes, indeed the Chelsea Sugar Factory not too far away. A simple stroll down there on a Saturday morning will certainly sort you out. But we do talk once again of solidity in terms of construction here, loving the fact that we do talk, though, buyers of a home that is not only substantial and certainly well positioned, but it does really offer you great opportunities with regard to further gains with regard to capital moving forward. Lots of opportunity to add your own flavour and indeed reap the inevitable rewards from that too. It is very much here for the taking, though, buyers. I've got clear instructions to have it sold. I put it in your hands. Where would you like to own it? Call me an offer to get us underway. What's the number to be?
1.2.
1.2 is a good start. Welcome to you, sir. Good luck as well at $1,200,000. Buyers, I'll make it nice and easy for you. $1,250,000 moves me forward here at $1,200,000. Gentleman's got the offer, far left-hand side, holds the winning bid at 1.2, and I chase down a mere $50,000 to advance it before I go. Welcome to you down here at $1,250,000. 1.3, the obvious retort, sir, but I put no limitations on you at $1,250,000. 1.3, welcome in at $1,300,000. There's 3 in at this level. You should have plenty of confidence at $1,300,000 bidding away here. 350 if you'd like it, sir, before I go. At 1.3 million and 50 now the offer. 1.4 to be in front if you will, sir, or at $1,350,000. Winning bids down here at 1.35 million. 1.4 is where. First call at $1,350,000 is at 1.4. Welcome back. Sir, can I say 1.375? Will you let me? I've got $1,350,000. I need $1,375,000. Yes. Thank you. 375 is the offer. 1.4 I look for at $1,375,000. You just say yes, sir. I'll say 1.4. You say yes. We'll just get through this nice and easily together. At $1,375,000. Can I say 1.4? Go on. At $1,380,000 then, sir. Same opportunity for you here at $1,380,000. 139. Well done, sir. At $1,390,000. I asked for the same 1.4 as I did moments ago. 395. You're a tough negotiator, sir. 1.4. Thank you. At $1,400,000. 1.4 is the winning bid at the rear, sir. At $1,400,000. 10, can I say? 405. At $1,405,000. I'm starting to pick your pattern, I think. At $1,405,000. 415, sir. Do we go 10 for you? 1410. Okay, fair enough. At $1,410,000. Nobody takes my advice. At $1,410,000. 15 if you will, sir. At $1,410,000. And 15 now. Now we're getting the rhythm. At $1,415,000. 20 if you'd like it, sir. At $1,415,000 the winning bid. At $1,415,000. Do we say 20 for you before we let it go? Or are we all done? At 1.415, sir. I've not forgotten about you for a second either. At $1,415,000. Bidding away. First call at $1.415 million. Out it goes. Quickly. Twice. At $1,400,000, wow, just in the nick of time, sir. That's what happens when you delay it. Costs you more. Go 25. I've got 142 down here. You've got to be 25. What do you mean? At $1,420,000 at $1.42 million. Looks to me as if he's out, so you might have got rid of a problem here. At $1,420,000, do we call it 25 for you? 25, thank you. At $1,425,000, bidding away at $1.425 million. Gee, it's hard to pick the winner at this point at $1,425,000. 1.43 moves me forward here, but at $1,425,000, the winning bid's down the front at $1,425, the winning offer. First call at $1,425,000 is at 1.43, or do we let it go twice? At $1,430,000. Welcome back, sir. At $1,430,000. 35 if you will down here. At $1.43 million at $1,430,000 only. And I look for 5 to go. $35? Thank you. Well done. $1,435. At $1,435 at $1.435 million. $440, sir. At $1,400,000, you've said no to me 3 times. I don't believe you for a second. At $1,435,000, winning offers down here at $1.435 million. How are you travelling, sir? At $1,435,000. Are you sure you're done? At $1,435,000, the winning bid down here at $1,435,000. Is it $440,000, or are we all done here at $1,435,000 winning bid before it goes once? At $1,435,000 twice. Quickly going. 1430. Sorry, 1435 is the bid. B, I need 1440. 1435. Or more, if they'd like to run it faster. 144. 144 is the winning call. Sure, they've only had the one bid. You can't let them do that to you. At $1,440,000. Do we just go to $1,450,000? Do we go $1.45 million? Sneak in front for another 10. 5 it is then. At $1,445,000. I've done this once or twice, so I know what works. Okay, at $1,445,000. 50 if they'd like it, $1,445,000. Bidding away and still chasing down the 5 to go here. Or at $1,445,000. Winning bid is right down the front at $1,445,000. Sir, are you still with me? At $1,445,000 right up the back. At $1,445,000. First call at 14. Okay, 47 then. Happy the fingers are that way around B. Thank you. At $1,447,000 at 1447,000. Bid me away. 1450. I still ask to go there. 3 if you let me, sir. At $1,447,000. $100,000 more. Okay, 1448 it is. Worth a try. At $1,448,000 at 1448 the call. B, can we just say $1,450,000 at $1.448 million? At $1,448,000 only, and I stress the word only to you, at $1,448,000, winning bid is down here, out it goes at $1,448,000. Once. 49. 50. At $1,450,000 at $1.45 million. Got to go 51 and you've got to be quick about it. At $1,450,000. Got to be fair here at $1.45 million. Call me 1451B, I've been called plenty worse. At $1,450,000. Do we call it $1,451,000 for you? Or of course more, or are we all finished? First call at $1,450,000. Twice at $1,450,000. Quickly. Are we in at 451? All done.
One more.
51. Can I suggest the ones don't work, sir? Just go 50. Just go 60. Just go 60. 52 it is. It seemed to me like you're in a bit of a hurry. That's all. $1,452,000. At 1452. 1452 is the winning bid down here at $1,452,000. Andy, would you mind confirming instructions with our sellers, please? At $1,452,000. Winning bids down here. 53, thank you. At $1,453,000. 54, I'm assuming. 54, thank you. At $1,454,000. B, I'd be quick if I was the buyer. The value of the property is going up faster than the bidding at this point. At $1,554,000. Are we done? 454, 455. 455 is the offer. I'm allowed to sell it. Thank you. At $455, the winning bid. It will be sold at $1,455,000. 56 at $1,456,000. 56 the winning offer. 57 million front. 4 of course more. At $1,456,000. 57. Don't give away your strategy though. 57 is the offer. Do we say 58? Or do we go to 60, sir? Surely you'd go 60. Okay, 58. At 1458 the call. 459 if you will. Sir, are you sure I can't tempt you back in here? It's lots of fun, I promise you. At $1,458,000. 59. I return to you for the same 60 I asked for. 19 times. At 1,459,060. Well done. At 1,460,000. Just think about all that time you could have added to my life, sir. At 1,460,000. And $1.46 million. 61 if you will, or 1,460,000. Winning bids down here. And I remind you, it sells if there's no bidder. At $1,460,000. Do we go to 61? Do we sneak them in the door? Or at $1,460,000, we let it go here once at $1,460,000. Twice, sir. Are you sure you're done? All going. Finished. Selling. Third. Final call at $1,460,000. In or out? So don't worry, the longer it takes, the more it's worth, okay? 1,461. That's good advice, ma'am, if I've ever heard it. 1,461. Listen to the lady if I were you, sir. It's a rule I live my life by. 1,461. Do we go 65? Go 65. Go 65. One last lunge at the keys. 65. Well done. At $1,465,000 at $1.465 million. Gentleman down here's got the winning bid and the lady, of course, at $1,465,000. And if there's no bidder, I will sell it right here at $1,465,000. But I've got to be fair, at $1.465 million, we sell it if there's no bidder. Then $1,465,000, you'd pay that for the view, you get the house for free, but at $1,465,000, we sell it right now, once called at $1,465,000.
One more.
66. Try 70, sir. I thought that would have worked. I was sure that was going to work. At 66. As they say, the broken clock's wrong twice, right twice a day. What do you mean you walk away? Where are you going to walk to?
Walk to Ponsonby, get some food.
Sir, it's going to cost you $500 for that. Why don't you just put it on the house? 66 the offer. Don't worry about it, sir. 466 the call. Do we just give it a crack at 470? At $1,400,000? Well done. 66 a half. At $1,466 and 5, and I sell it down here at $1,466,500. Are we done? Do we sell it at 1.466 and a half? It goes. First call at 1,466 and 5. Twice called 7. Third time at $1,466,500. It is selling quickly. In or out, B. Need a yes or no? It is selling. Yes? Yes? No? Quickly. I need instructions. Otherwise it sells. Selling. Selling. Quickly.
Another 5.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't let them do that to you, sir. 67's the offer. At $1,467,000. Man, was my luck better with you, perhaps? At $1,467,000. At $1.467 million, I give you a few moments to consider your options. I do the same for you as I did for them. At $1,467,000, it's good value at that level. But at $1,467,000, 68? Well done, 68. At 1,468. At $1,468,000. Got to give the phone a bit of fair warning here. But at 1.468 million.
So we run 468.
It was prime position in Chatswood at $1,468,000.
1,470.
Oh, love it. $1,470,000. Why don't you give it a crack at 1.5? It's got a good ring to it. At $1,470,000. Or 471? Man, what do you reckon? At 1,470,000? Or do I sell it? You've come with me such a long way though. I really have my money on you. At $1,470,000, can I tempt you back in for $1,000 here? Would you miss it for $1,000? Could be the best $1,000 you've ever spent, and you've not spent a cent yet. I can't give you a minute, man. Yeah, they gave me $3,000 though. I can give you a minute for $1,000. How's that? At 1,470,000, but I sell it away. Well done. I've got 70 already. Did you say 71?
Yeah.
Thank you. 71. $1.471 million. Hope you don't have any plans after this. At 1,471,000. Bidding away, 72 to go. Or at $1.471 million. I have no favourites in this room, but one of the most money usually gets my vote at 1,471,000. Is at 72 before we're done. Or at 1.471 million. We sell it away down here. He's fought well once, twice, all done at $1,471,000. Are they with me? It is selling, going, third and final call. It is well fought and well built. Congratulations to you, well done. Congratulations to you. I think it would have been a riot if you didn't get it, so we're quite happy about that. Please thank the underbid for their participation, and of course to the others, we thank you as well. Well, bidders and buyers, let us now progress to our final offering of the evening. An exceptional opportunity that we offer to you here. Lot number 3 is number 10 Scanlon Street in Grey Lynn. The fabulous team, both Matt Johnson, Elaine Ferguson, of course Sarah Colebrook have been with you right through the journey here, provided you with all of the relevant and important information. Welcome to you, welcome to your buyers and your sellers as well. Buyers, this prime Grey Lynn real estate is more formally described to you as a freehold offering. In this neck of the woods, it is a whopping land holding some 481 square metres more or less, being lot 10, section 5 on deposited plan 282. Unique identifier is 330, folio 223 in the North Auckland Land Registry. I do remind you of settlement being noted down as Wednesday the 16th day in September, unless you've come to alternative arrangements with these 3 good people and our owners. That is the date that you take possession of this fabulous property in 10 Scanlon Street. And of course, buyers, you'll know here, with location buying is something that you're chasing. Scanlon really offers you options that are second to none. Loving the fact that you are in this prime Grey Lynn address, nice and high on the ridge. You're offered not only a wonderful aspect, but of course you've got beautiful flat lawn to the rear, nice westerly direction that the property faces, meaning that you've got all of that afternoon sunshine as the evening rolls around. But of course internally here, lots of opportunity for you to further enhance should you wish to go down that path. We talk about the fact that the property is currently tenanted, performing exceptionally well for our current sellers, and of course it would likely do the same for you. Adding to the value here, the fact that you've got plenty of off-street parking, covered and uncovered, worth its weight in gold in this particular part of town. And indeed, buyers, when we talk of location, you'll know that you've got easy access to arterials, motorways, public transport is simple and straightforward for you as well. Stroll into Ponsonby in the morning should you wish to go there. But of course, nicely wrapped up here, number 10 Scanlon Street is very much here for the taking. Buyers, again, I've got really clear instructions to see a sold sign tonight, so I put it in your hands. Where would you like to own it? Do I suggest 1,900,000 to you to get the ball rolling at 1,900,000? Would have been a fair place to start in my book. But happy for you to start higher if you like. Buyers, I chased out $1,900,000. You kept me off at that level, or of course more if you prefer. I'm taking your silence only as strategic at this point. No, there are a number of parties in the room with a genuine interest to own it. I would have thought this would be the appropriate time to do so. And as Elaine and Matt will tell you, the longer you take to buy real estate in Greyland, the more it costs you. So I would be quick about it if I were you. At $1,900,000 buyers, I suggest it to you. You can yell another number at me if you prefer. Once, twice, going, third, final call. Well, buyers, as I mentioned already, I'm taking your silence only as strategic. Know there's value in the property well north of this level, Elaine. I know that we've got buyers very comfortable north of this number as well. I give the buyers a slight reprieve to consider their options here, but if I don't see participation, the only assumption I can make is that they would prefer to talk to you than talk to me. For that, I cannot blame them. But buyers, I give you one last chance before we go. All finished and done. Well, buyers, on that note, I put the property back with Elaine, Matt and Sarah. If you do have a genuine interest, I know a number of parties once again do, please form an orderly queue with them. They'll look after your conditional interest from this point on. That does conclude proceedings for this evening. It has been a jolly pleasure having you here on behalf of the team at Ray White Daniel Group. Thank you and good evening.